All right, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. It is Monday, February 24th, 2020. People, I have to say this. We actually may be looking at the beginning of a meltdown. Let me put this into perspective for you. Right now, as I am doing this video blog, stocks do not start trading for about 20 minutes. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is poised to open over 800 points in the negative. Now, let me put another perspective on this for you. Friday, I gave not one, but two warnings on this stock market. I also said publicly that I pulled all of my own cash out of this market. Remember this? Be first, be smarter, or cheat? Well, I would like to think that I'm a smart guy and I do not cheat, but I was first to pull my cash out of this market. And it had nothing to do with the Dow Jones Industrial Average falling less than 1%. It had nothing to do with this virus. This is all about a hyper bubble stock market that makes no sense anymore, is inflated on the back of a monster. That is the debt bubble, and you can see how that is being reflected in the yield curve. People, it is my firm belief that they are going to use this virus as a scapegoat to blame the free fall U.S. economy on. Period. The end. I have explained to you, I don't know how long, that our economy is in free fall. It's not just here in the United States. This is a global phenomenon for which world central banks have gone hyper-nuclear, inflating a global debt bubble to try to keep all this fake market real. Well, you know what? It's about to get real here. I've also explained to you since time immemorial that this stock market will move higher until it doesn't. I've kept every single one of you on the right side of this market since the election of Donald Trump, and we have made stupid amounts of money off of that. Now it's time to get defensive here. I don't like what I am seeing here. I explained to you recently, last week, maybe the week before that, that gold and silver were telling us something. We needed to pay attention to the rising prices of gold and silver here. It's a language. That's what this market is. Nobody, honestly, is smart enough to predict the day, the month when this is all going to crash here. But sincerely, the fact that last week I gave not one, but two warnings and then told you on Friday I was pulling all my cash out of the market, that should have been a big tell for you. And we're going to start hearing a lot of talk from politicians about it's the virus, it's the virus, it's the virus. I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist here, but I am starting to believe that this virus was deliberately dispersed to be used as a scapegoat for the meltdown that is going to happen. Period. The end. The timing of this must be scrutinized here. The way the mainstream media has fist-fed you. It's an incredible thing. They're all given a script. They're told what to say. And now all of a sudden we get this. People, unless you are deaf, dumb, and blind, and I know you're not if you follow this blog, you have known for years, because I've explained this to you, that the stock market is in a hyper bubble built on the back of a financial Frankenstein, which is the debt bubble, and none of this can be sustained. And this market, again, the valuations are so distorted. We've never been here before. This is the biggest stock market bubble in the history of the world. And again, they're going to point at the virus, which again, I believe was deliberately dispersed on purpose to be used as a scapegoat, because again, it can't be the failing economy. Our economy here in the United States is a complete, total, and utter abysmal failure. And all we've seen is the gap between the economy dropping and the stock market bubble get wider and wider. I've told you this is going to meet at one particular time. Maybe we are seeing that now. However, what can you expect? Central banks are going to go beyond hypernuclear here. The Federal Reserve is going to drastically cut rates moving forward in an attempt to prop this up. Massive amounts of money printing, digits to a screen, are going to flood the world, not just from the Federal Reserve, but other central banks. This is their final solution. Understand what you are looking at. This is not by accident, okay? The stock market has been hyperinflated on the back of a debt bubble by design to wipe out the middle class here. The smartest people are going to get out of this market first, like I just did on Friday. I think I honestly must have been the first guy on the planet to publicly say that I pulled my cash out of this stock market. I was first. Patient zero. That's me right now. I pulled my cash out of this market. This market is so twisted, people. Look, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not certain that this is going to bounce here, that we're going to get, the stock market might bounce 400 points right out of the hole into the good. But look, this situation that we are in is a dire, okay? And it's again been done by design. We had a big, fat, ugly stock market bubble. This was candidate Trump turned into the mother of all stock market bubbles because of the collusion between the White House and the Federal Reserve. Candidate Trump had it right. The guy there now is been lying to you, explaining to you, or trying to convince you that our economy is booming. Meanwhile, we're in free fall. The manufacturing sector, the service sector we're officially in contraction. And the stock market is only higher because of the Federal Reserve pumping epic amounts of debt into it. This is absolutely incredible what we're seeing here, people. And I'm telling you right now, just like I warned on Friday, not once, but twice, we needed to be very cautious. And I told you I pulled my own cash out of here. That should have been a big tell for you. I've been a raging stock market bull since the election of Donald Trump. And I am starting to believe, at least now, that we are on the precipice of something monumental, something possibly monstrous. Anyway, with that said, that's where we are at, people. I think we all knew this was about to happen, and I have told all of you this market would go higher until it doesn't. Nobody knew when it was going to happen. I've kept all of you on the right side of this market for I don't know how many, since, again, the election of Donald Trump. But right now, looking at that yield curve, which is going to drop today, this has been a warning sign for a very, very long time, and I believe it's about to get real. This guy loves you. Please share the video, and I'll see you all later.